Hey, how's it going? We're now on part 2 of Hogwarts Legacy, and we have made it to Hogwarts. Let's see what house we pick.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
We got the headmaster here, Phineas Nigellus Black. Only voiced by Simon Pegg. Let's get it. This should be fun.
Phineas Nigellus Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
He's the great ancestor of Sirius Black's got like this little strut of high class, so to speak, and has a sense of fun to him. Great voice acting by Simon Pegg. I really enjoy it.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
A sense of adventure? I like to think that I'm not afraid of anything.
Oh, but you're brave at heart, exceptionally daring, undaunted by the unknown, willing to forge ahead alone when you must. Perhaps you belong in Gryffindor.
I mean, he's not wrong. I should be in Gryffindor, and I will choose Gryffindor, but I do kind of want to check out the other houses as well and kind of read their descriptions, so let's check it out. Hufflepuff House, known for patience, loyalty, and hard work. Got Gryffindor, known for daring, bravery, and chivalry. Got Ravenclaw, with intelligence, creativity, and wit. And of course, we got Slytherin, known for cunning, ambition, and a hunger for power. But, you know, gotta stay classy and classic, and we gotta be a Gryffindor.
Forge ahead alone when you must.
Alright, Gryffindor it is, sorting hat. Let us get sorted into that house. Let's get it. And we get a trophy. Not too shabby, not too shabby.
Better be Gryffindor!
Huge fan of the characters in Gryffindor, so very cool that we get to select our house, and no other house that I want to be in, so to each their own, you know, some might be better fit with Slytherin, Ravenclaw, or Hufflepuff, but for me, this is the right decision.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Let us know in the comments below, which house would you guys choose to be in this game?
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's most uncommon for a student to begin as a 5th year. This should be quite an adventure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I remember the first time I entered the Gryffindor common room after being sorted.
You were a Gryffindor?
I am a Gryffindor. Never could remember the password when I was a girl, however.
Password?
Password?
The password is Grata Domum.
Grata Domum.
You may enter.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
We sure will. Thanks, Professor Weasley. So far, the graphics have been incredible.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Ah, here we are. We're finally home. This is the common room that we are so used to and love. And so glad to be a Gryffindor in this playthrough. I'm so excited. The graphics look phenomenal on the PS5. I'm sure on the Xbox too.
Now, which way is the common room?
Oh, that's hilarious. We see Peeves sliding down the stairs. So glad to be able to see him from the books translated over to something visual, because he was a character that was, you know, cut from the movies, so we never really got to see him, but that's awesome. That's awesome. I think this is the ledge that we see Harry and Ron celebrate their first Christmas in Sorcerer's Stone. Merry Christmas, Harry! Merry Christmas, Ron! That's what that totally reminds me of. That's something me and my friends used to just say. Always gives me a little chuckle. We had that girl standing on the fireplace too. Just goes to show how lively this common room is. So now we got a mission of finding our common room. So I guess we gotta go downstairs, but you know, we gotta explore a little bit. Check out some of the other buildings in Gryffindor Tower. And now we got a chest, but it says it's a level 2 lock, so might learn that later on. Might see Alohomora or something, you know? That unlocking spell. Oh, move over, Alohomora. You know, as Hermione said with Fluffy and Sorcerer's Stone. Man, I'm just getting a lot of callbacks to the movies. It's kind of funny. So far, the visuals have been really amazing, though. So, let's move on. Let's find this common room, go downstairs, and see what tasks we have to do next. And got another chest, but it's locked, you know, probably for later on.
Different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Yep, we are 5th year, so we're starting our Hogwarts journey a little bit late, And, you know, we're the new kid at that school, so got some new missions. You know, talk to 3 characters. Talk to Cressida, Gareth, and Nellie, so let's check it out. Looks like we're gonna talk to Gareth Weasley first.
Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Got some funny options here. That must be nice. That must be awkward. And you can do whatever you want. I think we'll go with that must be nice.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a 1st year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
I like these questions we can ask, so I think we'll ask what's in that mug.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there. Based on some reactions, it may need a bit more work.
Followed up with, do you have a knack for potions if he brews his own things?
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Nice meeting you, Garrett.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
Pretty interesting. We get to see family members of the characters we knew and loved in the original series, so let's move on and let's talk to the next student.
I'm sure you'd use them.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Got 3 options here. Think we'll go with it's true.
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
Think we'll go through all the options, so we'll go with option 1 first.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
Let's go with option 2 now. Not afraid of heights, are you?
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
Alright, final option with Nellie. Have you encountered a dragon?
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
It was nice to meet you, Nellie. Let's move on to the last character.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
So I guess Nellie was the girl we saw up top that was climbing up the fireplace, so she sure ain't afraid of heights. We saw that. Alright, let's talk to Cressida, the last character. See this gold chest right here? house chest. It says place, but covered in red, so guess that's for later.
Perhaps I should... I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
Oh yeah, you know, Professor Figs RG. I've studied with him.
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
I'm sure you'll get it. Just give it time.
Don't worry, you'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
How hard is it to cast non-verbal spells?
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Let's go with option number 3.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Well, we'll wish you luck. Good luck, Cressida.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
Yeah, you know, I think these characters are pretty interesting to learn about. I think all the options are cool. And I feel like each character is a nod towards some of the ones in the original series. Alright, next mission is meeting Professor Weasley outside the common room. It was cool to see the portrait of the lady for the Gryffindor common room, so I guess that never changed.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Okay. I see us. We got a book over here with all the magic. Pretty cool. Wonder what that'll help us do throughout the game. Pretty exciting.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
That book's gonna make us a pretty studious person, huh? Hopefully we can succeed in our OWLs.
This way.
I wonder how that works, because we're 5th year, right? So I wonder if that'll be part of the mission
will give you
at some point.
opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Looks like we're getting a lot of support from the professors out here in Hogwarts, though. Starting at a 5th year, and your first year's tough.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Pretty incredible what they're able to do with the visuals, though. But since we've been waiting so long, you know, I hope I hope it's well worth it.
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
Checking out this painting right here. Got a little glimmer right here.
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll...
Revelio.
Says we got a field guide page. Portrait of Barufio. Portrait depicts Wizard Barufio, famed for his brain elixir, and as an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken. He once said S instead of L, and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. That is wild. Let's continue on. So I'm guessing from now on we're gonna have to find these pages and find paintings and stuff, I guess, throughout the castle. There are our side quests, so to speak, so should be fun chasing some of these. Now we got level XP, and now we can look into the book that Professor Weasley gave us called the Field Guide. Got challenges, and check it out real quick. Ah, I see. There's the section filled with field guide pages. I guess that's what we collected from the buffalo right now. And cool, we can get some gear. That's solid. I've never played it, but I've heard the Chamber of Secrets was probably one of the best Harry Potter games ever, so truly cool to have our very first open world Harry Potter
Clever,
game.
isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Okay, now we just gotta follow Professor Weasley and check out where it takes us. Got a little icon above the cat, so let's press square.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
We get scolded by Mrs. Weasley, but you know, we gotta take care of our time and take care of our cats, so can't get in the way of that. Now let's continue on, and we got a prompt over a little box right here, a little chest. Looks like we get 41 coins. Alright. Kinda curious to see what type of gear and cosmetic clothing and stuff we can get with these coins later on in the game.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Awesome. Looks like we got flue flame fast travel points, so that's how it works in this game. I remember, like in Spider-Man, it was the subway stations, so that's cool. Alright, let's travel to Central Hall as Professor Weasley told us to do.
Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
That's incredible, all the details we see in that fountain.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I tried telling Hector when someone passed their medicine.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Go with option 1. Can you tell me more about the Charms class?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Option 2 now. What exactly is Defense Against the Dark Arts?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Last prompt here. What's Hogsmeade?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Well, you know, gotta keep it a little hush-hush, so I'm afraid there isn't.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
I really like Professor Weasley. She reminds me of, you know, Professor McGonagall, the headmistress in the original series, and now we got to talk to Professor Fig.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
That's an interesting choice of words, Professor Fig, but she sure did. She sure did.
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Alright, so we got our guide to the game, field guide, and I guess that's kind of just our main strategy point, so guess we'll head to our first class.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Really excited to check out the class aspect and the other open world aspects of this game. It'll be cool to see how everything balances out. Looks like we got some mermaids and goblins holding up the fountain. Kind of what we saw in the Ministry, and get another field guide page, so that's pretty solid, pretty solid. ornate fountain features intricately carved statues of denizens of the magic world, including a set of stone sirens encircling the fountain's base. Let's continue on.
Can't seem to get the smell of dragon.
Ugh, what am I missing?
Hello, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Okay, so looks like we used Lumos for these paintings and try and find where they are. It looks to be
this like the location
staircase right here. See that butterfly?
Let's get you
So
back to
I
your
guess we'll
frame,
use
Moth.
Lumos and return back to the painting and see if that'll activate the painting. Okay, brought it here, but nothing's happening, so let's try turn it off.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
There we go, we get another field guide. Awesome. Looks like we got enough XP to level up, and now we're level 2. So let's go find that student and let's go talk to him and let him know that we solved the puzzle.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Simple enough, you know, it's our first puzzle of the game, so got another 150 XP. Still stuck on level 2, but let's head to class before we're too late and get scolded from Professor Weasley again. I don't recall, was there like a central hall place like this in the movies or in the books? Because I don't really remember it. I remember like the grand hall next to some of the dining area, but I don't remember this part of the castle necessarily. Let me know in the comments below if you guys remember it, but I think it's a cool addition to the game for sure. Had to kind of backtrack because I was stuck in the grass, so to speak, so we're gonna head out the first doors we went over, cast Revelio, and kind of check out this statue over here because it was part of our field guide page. And now it looks like we got the Wyvern Fountain, so just click pause if you want to read the entire description. So we'll head to class now. How many of these field guide pages do you think are in the game? I'm gonna guess about 150. Let us know in the comments below what your guess is, and we just found another Floo Flame, so another fast travel point, so that's really, really nice.
Revelio.
Think we'll see quite a bit of Revelios being cast, because that just helps us identify some of the locations we want to find in the game. So we're real close to Dark Arts, got those eyes, so let's begin our quest now.
Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Come on!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today, we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Awesome, awesome. So, we're gonna learn how to cast Levioso, not Wingardium Leviosa, as we were corrected in the movies. So, let's get it. Looks like we're just tracing along the lines, pressing corresponding buttons, and simple enough, we unlock Levioso. Let's get it.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast.
I guess we're gonna learn the fighting mechanics of the game now.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso!
So, now the basic cast. Well done.
Awesome, so it looks like color-coordinated shields and spells will work effectively against each other.
Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. Protego! Stupefy! Case things. Levioso! Lucky. Nothing lucky about it. Good form. I know. This can't be your first one. Let's just say I'm not...
Thank all my students for this again.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Petition, well done.
Alright, let's cut ahead and let's talk to Sebastian Sallow.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested.
Alright, looks like we got ourselves the new spell. Got to meet a new fellow classmate. And looks like we get to find a dueling club if we want to. So, that should be fun. That should be fun. Alright, that's all we have time for today. So, that's the end of part 2. Hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.